everybody. So I'm really excited. Amelia and I found time to come together. And
Yay.
Amelia and I are both in Colorado, although she looks like she's on another planet right now. So that looks like a wild, I don't know, like a wild Irish freaky experience or something.
Oh,
Like it's really green and purple and cool, but the rocks are a little jaggedy.
yes. Yes. This was like the sixth image that I created, and I'm
I
just
like
being
it.
told I like it too, just not to keep it up too long because it is kind of a transitional type energy and just, I don't know, it's got a certain frequency to it that is helpful right now.
Yeah. Well, it works for what we're going
Mhm.
to talk about today. So, we're going to talk about the body, the upgrades that are coming in from 3i Atlas, what we're letting go of. There's a lot of stuff that we're letting go of, and it feels like there's a lot of emotion going on. There's a lot of dizziness going on.
Mhm.
There's, we had a huge jump yesterday.
Oh my goodness.
So, yeah.
Yes.
So, just that kind of stuff. So, what are some of the things that we're letting go of, Amelia, that you've tapped into?
Well, I do tend to see a lot of themes when I'm working with people or just in my own life. I mean, everything is connected. And we're at this point where that divine blueprint is really wanting to be at the forefront. And we're still letting go of all these old programs, the old traumas, the looping patterns, behaviors, programming, and just old concepts too. Just with everything that we've been told with our health specifically, but it does extend across all of the categories of our world. And we just had the conversation about weather today with a friend, because we have 4 inches of snow up here right now that we woke up to.
We do too.
So
Yeah.
lovely. I wondered if you got some too, because yours was supposed
Oh,
to
yeah,
get
it's
hit
still
harder.
snowing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ours is like just like a snow mist. It was just very fine snow coming down right now. But yeah, we're just letting go of all those old expectations too. Like this is just what happens. We're creating everything new right now.
Yeah.
It's going back to the divine blueprint, which is the old, but you know what I mean? It's new for us. So how do we get there? How do we let all that go? And our brain is still doing some of that healing work. I'm seeing um I've just felt a lot more expansion energy in my own body.
Mm.
Um letting go of like those family patterns or um some people like my mom were really big into genetics. Like she's like, oh, it's genetic, so this is gonna happen. I'm like, no, I've never felt that way. Like that can always be reprogrammed, healed, restored back to what it's meant to be, especially as we're getting more of that, the dormant. Everything's coming back online with that too. So
Yeah.
um, yeah, we're healing a lot of traumas, remembering a lot of things, and our inner child is going, let's do this. Oh, but wait, let's not. Let's do this. No, no, let's not. I'm seeing. So, what are you experiencing?
Well, I'm experiencing that, well, just what my higher self is saying. So basically, aging is ending.
Hmm.
So really think about that. Aging is ending. So, how do you want to feel in your body? Are you ready to start to act like your own med bed? Are you ready to start doing some of the things that really will help you and your body? And we will mention some of them. And letting go of a lot of old behavior.
Hmm.
So for me, it's been a lot of old behavior and really concentrating on what I'm doing for my body on a consistent basis and having kind of a plan that unfolds, steps.
Hmm.
Okay, now I'm getting better with this area in my body, with my digestion is now what I'm working on. And also giving my body a break from digesting quite a
Mhm.
bit. So fasting sometimes, right? So those things are really important, but it's a step, it's a stairway. And the first thing I did was work on my liver, you know, and your liver does so many processes in your body. And there were heavy metals that had to be taken out. And, so just doing all the things, finding out where you're at and being willing to actually change. That's huge to make changes in your daily life. And I think that's what's really being pushed right now because the inner child is being forced to become sovereign.
Yes.
And sovereignty also means being responsible for your own life,
Yeah. There's
which is huge.
no external causes anymore for X, Y, and Z. Well, this has happened to me, so now I must feel like this. That's going away.
Yeah. And that's the realization that we do create our own reality. It's
Hmm.
us. We do it. So as you start to change your reality and make it better, then everybody around you starts to feel that and do that too
Hmm.
in different ways, whatever works for them.
Yeah.
You're inspiring them.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, it's rippling out. I see it. I see it literally as waves rippling out from you when I just see it in my mind's eye. Just our energy has a vast effect on everyone around us. So the more we heal, the more we can help others to see that it's possible to heal. And maybe many of us came here to do that, just to show it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the healers are now in their own healing process, whereas
Hmm.
we always were focused out and
Hmm.
how we're going to heal everybody else.
Yeah.
And now that the inner child is realizing self-responsibility, it's like, oh, wait a minute, forgot about me. I will heal myself now. And, continuing to do things, but also allowing other people to become more sovereign with themselves, not saying, I'm the healer, but saying,
Yes.
you heal yourself and I'm just guiding you, or those things are really important at this point.
It is, because I'm seeing more and more of clients I've worked with longer term. They're coming back to me saying, "Well, I really was just talking to my body, and this is clearing." And I'm like, "Good, that's what we've been practicing." It's like the more that we
Mhm.
can do that and just shift those other thoughts all the way out, all those thoughts, programs, traumas, patterns, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, the more that we can replace them with new ones because you're not tied to the old definitions anymore. No, no. And
No,
it's
and the genetics, you're not tied to that either.
no. When I first started doing this work, I would clear any resistance to your own genetics. I would do specific ones, especially those liver ones were always the ones that were
Mhm.
priority, the ones that help you detox. And I never believed that that's set in stone ever. So you can restore that. Um, most of our genetics, like 98%, they say on average, is light and sound reception. So
Yeah.
that's why I work with prism light. That's what I see moving through the body to heal it.
Mhm.
You just have to allow it
Let me
in.
show that picture while you're talking about that because it's really cool. And I don't know if these are totally accurate, but look at this chart. And this is on Telegram right now. But these different
Mhm.
hertz are for different things. And you can find them on the internet if you want, or you can find them. I mean, honestly, tuning forks are really good. Things like that.
Yes.
Really helpful. Yeah.
Yes.
So.
experienced that.
Yeah. Um, but just knowing sound creates the frequency that the light vibrates in,
Hmm.
and your whole body's made of light, and it's 99% empty space.
Hmm.
So why can't you work on it with sound?
Oh, sound is amazing. I remember going to my local crystal shop and they have one of those big singing bowls you can stand in, and then
Mhm.
it vibrates through the whole body when you bang on it. I mean, it's just an amazing experience. So,
Yeah.
and I have a friend who uses tuning forks in her therapies and they have crystals on them, and it's just this amazing, amazing process of healing. Probably kept me going
Yeah, and
during
it
my hardest
really,
times. Sorry.
right. It's really not expensive
No.
to do a lot of this stuff, you know? Um, so I wanted to bring that up. And I
Hmm.
love that you're doing the Prisma Light healing. Can you tell us a little more about that? Because there's something that I want to create. So maybe we'll collaborate about that after. So tell me, how does
Okay.
that work?
Yes, let's see. How it comes out in words is always slightly different every time, but when I was just moving through my own expansion and the healing journey and helping others, and um, I saw it in my mind's eye as, just like the that Pink Floyd album with the prism where the light's
Mhm.
coming in and then it turns into the full spectrum of colors, refraction, maybe is that the correct word?
Yeah, I think
Um,
so.
yeah, so I have a little prism on my back door. So sometimes in the afternoon, I have rainbows all over my walls. But I
Mhm.
see that as like this pure light coming in, purifying everything, and then restoring the light imprint in the body. And so sometimes it looks gold coming in and then turns into that prism, but usually it's that whitish gold color. And it's a transmutation energy. It's constantly expanding. It's like a living, breathing form of healing.
Yeah,
Um, and it's consistently evolving with us too. So, um, there's so much that I've like written down about what I've downloaded and as far as this healing work, but it keeps expanding. It's infinite. The healing light is infinite. Um, well, that's a short way to put it. There's probably more to it that I could say, but if that makes enough
yeah.
sense.
Well, and a lot of it's probably very intuitive while you're in it,
Hmm.
while you're doing it for people. So I just want to suggest to people to do something with sound and really kind of imagine it goes through your body.
Hmm.
Pick a sound that's really good for you. And 432 is a very easy, it's very accessible, and you can find it online and it'll actually be 432. Whereas a lot of the other ones, I don't know if they're really getting them right or not half the time. But
Yeah.
if you can find 432, it's really helpful to the body. And just listening to your stuff in 432 would help. And imagining that you're allowing it to come in,
Hmm.
ask your pendulum. Like Amelia's got a pendulum and she asks, is this in my highest good? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one.
All the time. I've got a pendulum in my car too.
Yeah.
So, because
I
lots of
mean, I have
thoughts.
friends that run around with their pendulum all day long. That's how they shop,
Hmm.
you know.
Yep.
Um, I don't do that, but it's good. I mean, take the time to actually slow down and ask what's
Hmm.
best for you. That's really important.
Right. Because if there's something that you're feeling in the body, that feels off or something, there's something resisting itself. And so the light is really
Oh,
good for breaking up those resistances, but acknowledging those parts of you, sending love to the resistance, and then creating something new as a response, if that makes sense,
yeah. Yeah.
is
I mean, I
helpful.
see it like as
Hmm.
a knot of light, you know? that's not going anywhere. It's like stuck,
Yeah.
or the door closed on it or something. And your body's hanging on to some sort of trauma or pain.
Mm-hmm.
And until you release it, it stays there,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, it's really interesting right now. What do you think that Three Eye Atlas is bringing us? Because I've got like a huge list. There's so many things.
Yeah, you might have focused more on that. He will often come into sessions and help. And
Mhm,
um and I was getting the message last week, just to remind humanity to ground into love, not just the earth energy, but just love energy. Because that will create natural spaces for healing and just clarity, I'm hearing. He brings a sense of calm to humanity. I always pick up too, but
mhm.
vastness, just expansion energy. Um, oh, there's so much more. You're right, but that's what I've mostly seen in the work I
Yeah,
do.
I mean, it's really cool. He's coming into your sessions.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
really cool.
sometimes. Yep.
hmm So I see a lot of new behavior. People are actually becoming willing to do something different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's becoming easier and easier for us. So that's part of the shift. He's working with all 12 strands of DNA. So he's working with all of it and also the mechanisms to interpret our DNA within our own body. So he's working on those. He's working on trust
Mm.
because a lot of us have not trusted that everything will be okay. We have not trusted the universe to take care of us. We haven't really totally tapped into, oh, I'm divine consciousness. I can basically create the world that I want and then investigating. And a lot of us haven't been willing to change our habits. So that's shifting. Also, the willingness to go forward in ascension is what he's bringing. So if someone wasn't willing to accept that, or they're not willing to accept that, because we're still going to be influenced by Atlas, I mean, at least for the entirety of December, I would say probably deep into January.
Yeah, I always pick that
Yeah.
up too.
Yep. Um, and then he's bringing back the divine blueprint, which brings in gifts. What are
Yes.
some of the gifts that you're seeing? I'm seeing a lot of cool gifts right now.
Well, let's see. I mean, I'm definitely more tuned in to my own telepathy. My oldest daughter and I have always had that connection.
Mhm.
Um, but now I'm starting to do more of it. And I had a lot of it when I was younger, and then it dissipated for a while, and now it's really coming back online. Um, I'm shifting away from more physical experiences to more just that knowing, that instant knowing. Um, and one thing I've always wanted to be better at is like remote viewing too, being able to find objects, especially.
Look, I put that.
Yes, where is this thing?
Mhm.
Um, my kids lose things all the time too. So,
Oh, yeah.
um, just more emotional expansion too, just the capacity that we have for that, I think. Because we are very emotional beings. I know there's more, but I can't think of the words of what else I'm seeing. So,
Um, so kinesiology, I think, will increase for people, especially if that's your first gift.
mhm,
Otherwise, it'll take a little bit longer for you to be able to move things with your mind, but
yes.
don't be afraid to try. Um, Sight, which you mentioned,
Mm,
is going to become way better for a lot of people. And knowing, So, whatever your gift is right now, it's going to be enhanced and getting bigger. And then the other ones are starting to come in. So, basically, he's giving us the codes to actually utilize a lot of the downloads and a lot of the things that our fractals have been bringing in. And that's going to change a lot of stuff. I shared this really funny meme this morning with this cat that's like downloads, okay, circle, square, like the cat was clueless to what the downloads were. And I think a lot of us have felt that way. You get a big ringing in your ear and you're like, oh, I'm getting a download.
Yeah.
You're like, I have no idea what it was, don't know what it means, didn't get any clues.
Yep.
Okay. Well, he's giving us the ability to read that stuff
Mhm.
in a much bigger way,
That's
which is really
amazing.
cool.
That's amazing. I
And
was having,
also calm.
oh, yes.
Mhm.
That's huge with the nervous system that's been healing and everything.
Yeah.
That's
Yep.
so huge. Yeah.
It's huge. And working with your vagus nerve is huge.
Hmm.
Taking care of your chakras is huge.
Hmm.
Rubbing your feet, like there's so many things that we could be doing that we're not doing.
Yeah.
And I catch myself doing that too. I'm like, oh, well, I should be rubbing my feet every night. I got those crazy socks on Amazon that tell you which organs, you're rubbing on because it's
Yes.
reflexology, right?
Yes. I
But
love I love the
yeah.
post you did with the hands too,
Mhm.
because yeah, I mean I will often like just feel around and see if there's any like crunchy stuck energy in my hands and try to work it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your hands, your feet, and your ears, your face as well. But, I wouldn't be poking at your face too much. But your ears, your
Mhm.
hands, your feet, everything is represented there, all your organs
Yep.
and all your systems. So
Hmm.
I would definitely, if it hurts, I'd keep rubbing on it, and working on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. For years I've done that too, just noticed, okay, there's always this thing on this spot. So it must be representative of this. I was always connecting the dots.
Hmm.
That was some of my soul's training, I think, that I
Oh,
went
it's
through.
great. It's
Yeah.
fabulous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think with Three Eye Atlas, we're not even halfway there, is
Oh,
what I'm getting. We're not even halfway there with the stuff that's going to be coming in.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we have to remember this is preparing us to do the things that we've been asking to do for so long.
Hmm.
Be massively abundant, know how to use that abundance
Hmm.
for the betterment of our own lives and the collective, right? A lot of us want to do these huge projects or even a small project
Hmm.
and learning how to do those things. Now, some of that you can learn from other people. Like I have a program for that called Ascension Mastery, where
Hmm.
you could learn that. But also learning how to be objective and actually take a look. Oh, this is my life. This piece doesn't work so well,
Yeah.
and being willing to change it. And also letting go of pleasing everybody all the time. That's another one.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that all connects to itself. You know, that going back to the trust, it's like letting go of those old, we thought we've been controlling X, Y, and Z in our own lives, and that's always been an illusion. And so fully letting go of that control concept and then trusting and then allowing all of those beautiful things to come in and be embodied, noticed. It's going to come in hopefully no matter what, but removing all of that resistance of trying to control and stay in this homeostasis of the old is only going to make things harder and slower for you. So, yeah, just
Yeah.
to trust and allow. I say that a lot. Trust and allow.
Yeah, that's so important right now. And taking your time with things and talking to your inner child about letting go of things,
Mhm.
like the safety net, we don't actually need it.
No.
So being responsible for our own lives and our own creativity, the things that we're creating in our lives,
Mhm.
and being sovereign in everything that we do versus just some of the things. Like a lot of us, we've been sovereign and then we get on the phone with somebody and that's out the window. Not sovereign with that person.
Mhm.
Not saying, okay, that's really bothering me. What you're saying is really bothering me. So I'm just gonna go, or I don't see it that way too. You don't have to be mean or rude, just saying, well, actually, my perception doesn't see it that way.
I do that a lot. I have one particular
Yeah.
friend who tends to bounce like negative, positive, like within the same thought. And sometimes she'll say some things and she knows I'm strange enough that I'll say cancel clear right in the middle of her thought. I'll just like say it out loud just to clear that negative space because I don't want any of it
Yeah.
landing on me. So,
No.
no, no,
Yeah.
he creates a
The
lot of chaos.
subconscious mind, like, just
Hmm.
takes it all in as
Hmm.
truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a brilliant thing to be doing. If you're watching a movie, be really aware that it is a movie. I mean,
Hmm.
we're watching a huge movie in the world right now.
Yes.
So being aware that it's a movie, how engaged do I need to be? Talking to your subconscious about it.
Hmm.
How real is this? To your
Right.
subconscious mind. Yeah.
Right. I keep saying certain things. People, this isn't even real, but yet it feels
Mhm.
so real. So how can we shift out of that? How can we
Yeah.
start to retrain and say, this is not real? This is not real, especially those old harmful programs that we're holding on to. So,
Mhm. Or
yeah.
expectations of others too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you might expect a behavior from someone because
Mm-hmm.
that's always been their behavior. Guess what? We're not in 3D anymore. You have a
Mm-hmm.
massive effect on whatever is coming at you.
Yeah,
So start changing your mind about what you're going to be seeing.
absolutely. Yeah. I was having a conversation with somebody too who's sitting in a lot of unforgiveness. I think that's another piece that sets us free too, is just to send the frequencies of forgiveness to self and others. You don't have to do it to their face. And that's okay. I know you've talked about this before too, but um, this person was trying to tell me that I wasn't at peace because they were observing something in their own reality. They were trying to put it on me, and I was like, oh, that's not even close to true. I've made peace with X, Y, and Z, even though all this bad stuff happened. So that's where we have to go and just let it all go because it's the old way.
Yeah, and a lot of people are reverting to kind of some old behavior so that it can be cleared out
Yeah.
and don't get too involved with it, I would say, if you're seeing a lot of that. We have a lot of us have people around us that are going through ascension as well.
Hmm.
And then some of us have some NPCs mixed in. I mean, a lot of us do at this point. So, really asking, like, what do I give my energy to? What is happening with this person? Because I feel like we're in a huge paradigm shift with Atlas. And it's not the spaceship I'm talking about, it's the being.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what
Yes.
are some of the things that you're like picking up on as far as, because I know you're doing this all the time, what is coming for the collective as we keep shifting over these next few months?
Yes, that is interesting. It's been coming in waves for different people. So, and I know you've also mentioned that in other shows. I'm seeing a lot of cleansing and purifying of all parts of us, body, mind, soul, spirit. So it is letting go of what's the word that's coming in? I mean, it's a complete letting go, and everything is restructuring. A lot of restructuring is happening in the physical body, and that's also, shifting things in our mind and our perceptions of reality. When you were mentioning sight, I was noticing too, just with the mountains, I could see the different layers very clearly staggered, whereas my old self could see more of just a wall of mountains, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge. And just, I think we're becoming more resilient too. As all that old stuff clears, then we have a bigger resilience. I'm watching my teenage daughters who aren't as resilient to the world. I'm like observing their process through that as well. And they're starting to build up some of that. It looks different for them because they're not consciously aware of it. Um, what else? I mean, just so expanded, so different, so much more like at home in our bodies. And I think that's huge because I think for years I didn't even feel most of what was happening in my body because I blocked all of it. And now I'm really experiencing every little thing in a good or bad way, whatever it is, doesn't matter. I'm like, I think it's bad, but it's not. It's like really clearing, healing, restructuring. It's just different. And so I think acknowledging that your body is always working for your good is really huge. Your body
Mm-hmm.
wins. Your body wins at the end of the day. So nothing can attack it anymore. We're done with that. We're done with all those old systems that people are still looping into. So that's gonna when more people realize that alone, it's this element of peace is just gonna really settle over all of us too. So I don't know. There's more to it, but that's some of the bigger themes I'm seeing right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think people will know whether they want to stay or go, but they'll know it consciously
Mm,
in a different way, and they won't be afraid of it in the future. I feel
yes.
like as we shift, through this process, the fear of death will start to go
Hmm.
away. And that is a huge program along
Yes.
with aging. Yeah. So I don't think aging or the fear of death will be
Hmm.
as big of a thing. I feel like not everybody will accept that information right away,
True.
but a lot of people will. And as they accept it and they start to live that way, then others will say, oh, well, they're not aging. They've chosen to not age anymore. How's that working? So, or maybe they look younger than they did.
Yeah.
People are starting to, I mean, it was my husband's birthday just recently, and I said, oh, why don't you choose to age backwards a year? And he's like, okay, okay.
Nice.
So, I mean, really, it's up to us. When you
Mhm.
realize you create your own reality,
Yeah.
what reality do you want to create? Because you can do whatever you want.
Yes. Removing all those old blockages, pathways, anything that we thought was not possible out of the way, and it's really coming home. I remember a couple years ago, one of my daughter's friends, they were probably 14 at the time. She's like, "Well, you look 35." I'm like, "I'll take it. I'll take it." And that's from the eyes of a teenager who says everyone's old, right? So it's like it is happening for us. And so the more that we just go, yeah, it is happening. our body will start to believe it and we'll settle into this ease of flow with all the new things coming in.
Yeah.
So,
So, one thing that my higher self keeps telling me to do that keeps coming in while we're talking is say nice things to your body
mhm.
and then say, I'm locking it in and hum. So, do those things, do that for yourself. Start picking up habits that are really going to help, I would say. And maybe things you've been thinking about for years. It's time to ask your inner child if they will allow you to actually start doing it. Yeah.
The humming is great. And
Mhm.
I found because I have a glass shower that's kind of small that it just reverberates. And
Nice.
it's so amazing. It's kind of like the singing bowls or the tuning forks. It just kind of expands even more. So
Mhm.
use your voice. Like really, we've our voice has been suppressed for how long? We're done with that. Done.
Yeah.
So use your voice in all the fun and creative and joyful ways. Yeah,
Mhm.
because I mean, I'll just tell a little personal story. When I was first married, I used to love singing. But then I was made fun of by my ex-husband for singing. So I stopped. So now reclaim all those parts of you that you've suppressed and shut down and just bring it all home.
I love that. The same thing happened to me.
Mm,
It really is kind of a universal thing,
yeah,
you know? So, yeah, just love yourself and get used to change because we're going to be changing over the next couple of months in such a big way. And allowing it in and healing each thing that pops up is going to really allow you to come into these things that support the 5D.
yeah,
A lot of the reasons that things haven't manifested for the whole of humanity is because we weren't ready. So
right.
let's get ready, you guys.
Yeah.
Let's really get ready.
Yeah, it's time to create a new way of living. Um, that's it's we're done with all that 9 to 5 hustle and grind. We need to go with that flow and just allow it in, you know. Um, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly, Amelia.
I'm
Well,
excited.
yeah, I'm excited too. This was great. And we love you guys, and we hope that this helped. And we'd love to hear questions down below. I'm going to put Amelia's information down below as well.
Mhm.
We'd love to hear questions from you about what can I do to be more, maybe you have something that's going on. Put it in there and say,
Mhm.
what do I do about this? What do I do about that? And let's let's have conversations in the comments about that. And maybe we'll do another show about that. Because I think the three eye atlas thing is gonna be around for a while. Yeah. Not just the spaceship, the being.
Yeah,
And the spaceship, I mean, that's a whole nother story. That's another contact that we'll be
that's
making. Yeah.
exciting. That's going to be exciting. I am so excited
Yeah.
for all of that and just utilize the resources that are all around you too. Just, with all of your groups and my groups and the healing sessions and communities and just really connect. If you feel isolated and alone, you don't have to do this alone. So, and the Step Into
No.
Your Power website is a great way to connect as well. All of it. And that's what I say. It's like we all do similar things. We all can heal in a similar way, but sometimes like little we can all work together to help each other heal. So whatever you're guided to do is just take a step forward and take a chance with whatever that means for you. Whether that's just like maybe it's like trusting that you have enough money to go travel and be in nature for a month, or I don't know. There's so many examples of that, but just trust it and just allow that it's going to work out for you, and it will.
Yeah. Follow your passion
Hmm.
and really take care of yourself and be willing to heal. That's going to change everything for not just you, but for everybody.
Yeah.
So, and we'd love to see you at stepinyourpower.com. It is free.
Okay.
So, and you will meet a lot of people in there that are doing this right now. Yeah.
Yeah. That's gonna grow. Everything's growing right now.
Yep. Everything's growing. Okay. Thank you, Amelia.
Thank you so much.
Love you guys.
You.
Bye.